Hey folks, it's chilly outside, so we're going to make some chili inside. Going to warm things up for dinner. So we'll take you along for the ride. So we got a fantastic chili recipe we're going to show you. This is another one of our one jar meals. Uses 1 jar of our canned tomatoes that we canned this year from the garden. So let's get after it. So first things first, 1 pound of ground beef. We're going to brown that up real nice. Alright, we got our hamburger browned up. To that we're going to add 1 chopped large onion. And we're going to cook that until the onion turns translucent. We're also going to add 1 chopped jalapeno. You can take the seeds out if you don't want too much heat, but if you're not too concerned about that, throw the whole thing in, seeds and all. Now we don't have fresh jalapenos because we're in the middle of winter, so what we have is our canned jalapenos that we canned over the summer. So we're going to add about 1 jalapeno worth of that to the mix, and we'll finish cooking these onions off. So if you've been watching our channel any time at all, you'll know that Kelly doesn't like really hot stuff. So she's kind of giving me a rule of thumb to go by, because I always put too much spice. It doesn't taste spicy to me, but it tastes spicy to her. She said, whenever you think about putting spice in something, cut it in half. So I've been doing that. It's been working out pretty good. But I don't mind doing that because I can always add hot stuff later on the end when I eat it. So not a big deal. Alright, things are looking good. So the next things in the mix is 1 whole quart of our freshly canned tomatoes. And we'll get that stirred in. Alright, we got that incorporated. We're going to, at the same time, we're going to add 2 of our pint jars of our pinto beans that we canned. If you don't know how to do that, we have a video on that. You can check it out. I can't express enough how cool it is that you can just go down in your pantry and shop in your pantry for dinner. It's so convenient and very satisfying to know that, you know, you've put all that stuff away and you've grown it. And now you can cook it for dinner, and it's readily available. It's fantastic. All right, we're going to bring that back to a simmer, and then we'll start adding our other ingredients. Now, if you don't have canned beans, you can do this with dry beans or just canned beans from the store. Just buy 2 regular cans of just plain pinto beans, or whatever beans you want, really. And if you have the dry beans, you would use a cup of dry beans, put in about I would say 3 cups of water and simmer those until they're soft, and maybe do that ahead of time, maybe a day ahead or whatever, just to where the beans are tender. Then you can use those. But a cup of dry beans would be perfect, because there's a half a cup of dry beans in each one of those pint jars. So now some of you are saying beans do not have a place in chili, and I agree with you. Chili does not have beans in it. If you put beans in it, it's chili beans. So that's what we're making, chili beans, because we're going to make it a little more substantial. You can make just the chili with the meat, and that's fine. But a purist will tell you there's no beans in chili. All right, we're back to the simmer. So we've started adding our dry spices. So get a pencil and paper out, and we'll tell you what it is. It's 1 tablespoon of chili powder. Use a good chili powder too, like Gephardt's. 1½ teaspoon of cumin, which is also half a tablespoon if you know your amounts. 1½ teaspoons of garlic salt. 2 tablespoons of either chicken or beef bouillon powder. And then you're going to do 2 teaspoons of paprika. I use the smoked paprika. 1 teaspoon of dry ground oregano. 1 teaspoon of black pepper. And ½ teaspoon of ground thyme. And those are your dry spices. Now, if you're a person that likes a little heat, you can throw in some crushed red pepper or some cayenne pepper. Whatever it is your taste to heat this thing up. Right now, it's you'll taste the spice, but it's not gonna set your mouth on fire with this recipe that we got going right here. So we're gonna let this simmer just for a little bit, and then we're gonna show you a little secret to take this chili over the top. Now, if you're not real big into herbs and you want to try some, the one herb that I would not go without in your pantry or in your cupboard is thyme. Thyme is, to me, that's the flavor that really everything is missing. Put either a half or a teaspoon in one of your dishes. It'll bring on that really good earthy flavor that you've been missing. So give thyme a shot. If you're really not into herbs, try that one out. Smells great in this kitchen. So we've been simmering for a little bit. It's a beautiful bucket of red right there. Now, if you wanted to make this a deeper red color, you could use a little tomato paste, but I don't think I need it. I like it just the way it is. Now, this next ingredient is what really takes chili over the top, in my opinion. If you've ever had really good chili and you say, well, why can't mine taste like this? This next step is why. Get you some plain flavored corn chips. I had these in the cupboard, and you use about a cup of them crushed. So I crush them right in the bag and dump them right into the pot. But you can use tortilla chips, whatever you got. I prefer not to use the flavored ones like the Doritos or whatever, but maybe that would be good. You never know. But you stir this in, and as this simmers, all those chips are going to break down. And it's going to thicken your mix a little bit, and it's going to give it that little hint of corn flavor that's going to take your chili over the top. You're going to love it. So even if you don't use our recipe, try putting the corn chips, or if you have some corn masa or something, throw a little bit of that into your chili, and you will have a fantastic eating experience. So we're going to simmer this down. We're actually making chili dogs for dinner. But this recipe can be made a day ahead of time, and the flavors will come together a lot better. Anything's really better the next day. If you're one of those people that do not like leftovers, I feel sorry for you, because leftovers are fantastic. Alright, look at there. There's your chili. Little serving suggestion, little cheddar cheese, sour cream, some scallions. Looks beautiful. Just grab a spoon and dig in. Grab your favorite bottle of beer with that, would be fantastic. But remember, I said we're doing chili dogs, so let me show you how I do those. Another thing I love doing with this chili is, like, the next day, I'll warm some up for lunch with a flour tortilla and put a bunch of cheese and onions and hot sauce. I call them chilitos. Take on a burrito, I guess, but super good. All right, there's our version of chili dogs. I do it on a big flour tortilla, 2 hot dogs because I can, some of our chili, cheddar cheese, sour cream, scallions, and then a little bit of Frank's Red Hot on top of that. Yummy. Can't wait to dig into that. So there's our chili recipe, folks. You're going to love it. I hope you try it. I hope this inspires you to get in the kitchen and get this made. It's really good on a chilly day to have that warm stuff to eat. So till next time, stay safe, stay healthy. We love you guys. Check us out on Facebook, Mark Kelly Farm, also on Instagram. So, bye.